What up, Lake Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man. Long time no see, but back with some more drama for La La Land. Uh, Crazy stuff happening today. I'm sure you guys already seen First Take this morning. If you already haven't, then I'll get into that a little bit. And also the press conference with Frank Vogel being introduced as head coach. Gonna talk about a lot of it, man. But first of all, I gotta give a shout out to this anonymous person who sent this package. I will be opening it live on the stream, so stay tuned for that. So thank you so much for that. But want to get this Lakers stuff out of my chest first, man. First off, I want to talk Magic Johnson exposing Rob Pelinka. What's up, everybody? What's up? Rob Pelinka just got exposed on live national TV during First Take this morning. He was quoted as to backstabbing Magic Johnson. You know, Magic has cleared his name in my book. I know some people are upset that Magic went live to do this. They're saying, oh, free agency's in jeopardy now. I'm sorry, but free agency's been in jeopardy since this all broke down, since before the season ended. But Magic just did us all a favor. He went ahead and exposed the front office. They are who we thought they were. They're incompetent. Unfortunately, Jeannie is not. She's not inept to running a front office with the caliber of the Lakers. She has too many voices around her, as Magic Johnson has been quoting on First Take as saying, you know, he couldn't even make his decisions properly because Jeannie wouldn't allow it. She would let her emotions get in the way. Everybody knows that you can't let your emotions get in the way of running a business. So that's tough. You know, that it turns out that was true. You know, Jeannie is too emotional. The straw that broke the camel's back, according to Magic Johnson, to why he stepped down, I completely understand. He been wanting to let go of Luke Walton. This is something we cried for all season long, and we kind of had an idea that it was Jeannie getting in the way, but now it's confirmed. Luke Walton, if we fired him earlier in the year, maybe we could have saved the season. And we didn't. We waited till after the season, and he ended up stepping down before we even fired him. So this is what I mean by not letting emotions get in the way. Luke Walton was doing a horrible job starting the season. You know, from the start, first 9-10 games, we were already below 500. Not acceptable, especially when you have LeBron James on your team. And, you know, the fact that they refused to fire Luke because Jeannie and Rob kept stepping in shows you exactly how inadequate this front office is being run. They're running it based off of feelings more than results. And Magic, according to him, he went to Jeannie after the season and showed him all the reasons why she should fire Luke Walton and the list why she should keep him. And obviously, you know, the reasons why he should be fired outweighed the other list. So she gave him the permission at first, but then revoked it. And it was just unfortunate. So I understand why Magic stepped down, and we got to put some respect on this man's name. A lot of people, miss you too, guys. Miss you too. Good to see you guys. A lot of people were out here defending, talking smack about Magic. You guys are getting too emotional, man. I understand that you guys don't want any drama, but guess what? There's been drama all season long since Linda and Kurt Rambis been involved. That's not a good look from the front office. You know, the little mini strike that Laker fans went on, right? They came out and they said what? They said, oh, we need to fire Rob Pelinka. You know, they were out here chanting stuff. I mean, why are we mad that Magic came out? What do you guys want? I'm going to do a Matrix reference here. Do you guys want to take the red pill or the blue pill? Because it sounds to me like a lot of people want the blue pill. They don't want to know the truth. They want to live in fantasy land. I much rather know the truth, and I'm glad Magic Johnson came out and exposed them. You know what this does? It puts pressure on the front office to perform. If they don't perform, heads are going to chop. They're going to get chopped, and they're going to roll off. Game of Thrones style, right? So this is great. Magic Johnson exposing this front office for what they are, a bunch of phonies, including the biggest snake of all, Rob Pelinka, who obviously pushed Magic out the door so he could have power. You could tell from the press conference he was pleased to be in a position of power. Open your eyes, guys. Magic Johnson did nothing but do a service to us. How can you disrespect a 5-time champion, multiple-time MVP, great basketball mind like Magic Johnson, who has done more for us than the front office has ever done, excluding, of course, the great Jerry Buss. But his children haven't done nothing for the Lakers since they came on here. This is the ultimate protest, and Laker fans should be pleased with Magic for coming out and clearing his name. You guys wanted us to go out and you know, go out there and hold up signs and you know, go on strike. This is the ultimate form of because this is the ultimate form of punishing the front office. Magic Johnson coming out and putting out their dirty laundry. So again, all this does, yeah, you can blame Magic Johnson at the end of the day if we don't get a free agent or whatever. But that's not the reason we won't get a free agent. Let's not forget that Rob Pelinka wasn't even wanted at the free agent meeting with LeBron. So I'll tell you this, man. It's not good, but it hasn't been good all summer. If anything, what this does, it puts a spotlight and pressure on the front office to perform. If they continue to put out this product, eventually they're going to be forced to sell the team. So this definitely puts pressure on them to perform. If not, people are going to get fired, and all kinds of stuff is going to happen. I'm not mad at that at all. But this is all on the bus kids. They have run this franchise into the ground, and Jeannie's incompetent, and she's just being exposed because she has all these voices around her, like Linda Rambis and Kurt Rambis and all these different voices, and they're doing it by committee. That's what they're saying. You need to have one great basketball mind calling all the shots, and once in a while, it's okay for the owners to get involved. But for the most part, the way it has to be done is you hire a president of basketball ops and you let him call the shots. We're not running this. We're running this franchise some weird, unorthodox style. So, yes, of course, I'm still rooting for Rob Pelinka because he's the only one that's left there, and he's running the franchise. So, yes, I'm rooting for him. But I'm not happy with him because I feel like this was a power move. He went behind Magic's back, talked smack. Obviously, Magic and Jeannie had already agreed that he wasn't going to be there always because he has other teams, franchises, and businesses to run, and she was okay with that. But he's still a great basketball mind. He's still a master recruiter. Still one of the main reasons LeBron came here. So this is all bad. But again, I appreciate the honesty. I applaud Magic for clearing his name. All these Twitter trolls that were disrespecting him. You can't expect to disrespect a legend like Magic and then not have him come out and speak. So if you want to blame anybody, blame all those people that came out here and trashed his name without knowing exactly what happened. And that's what he did. He just cleared the air. And I respect him for it. Now, for those of you that are saying he didn't have to do it today, the Lakers scheduled today as, when they were going to announce Frank Vogel. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But they scheduled it for today. Magic was already scheduled to go on First Take before the Lakers scheduled, announcing the head coach. So it really had nothing to do with it, man. But shout out to Magic Johnson. I don't care what nobody says. He's a Laker for life. He's more of a Laker than Rob Pelinka will ever be. Jeannie Buss will ever be. I don't care if her daddy owned the team. Magic has done more for this city, for this franchise, for the community than any of those front office execs combined in the front office right now. So shout out to him for clearing the air. I don't want to hear no more Magic Johnson slander. Enough is enough. You guys want to blame somebody? Blame Magic takes a piece, but everybody else equally. So that's all I'm gonna say on that front. And I hope that Rob can succeed, because if not, after this spotlight was put on him, I can guarantee you he has one more season to pull this off. And I'm talking about this summer and this season that's coming up. If they struggle again and don't make the playoffs, he's gonna get fired. Jeannie's gonna be implored to sell the team, even though she might never do it, because the Lakers are a cash cow. Obviously, they're always making money. But bottom line is, it's sad for Laker fans to know that we're being run by a bunch of people that pretty much don't know what they're doing, man. And about Frank Vogel, I am pleased with the hiring. However, I will say that I like what he said today in the press conference. He came out, he was very candid, very, very candid. And he said that he was going to hold everybody accountable, which is one of the things I wanted to hear. He said he was going to develop young talent. The other thing I wanted to hear. And he said he was going to coach them hard. And he was going to hold them accountable. So I'm very, very pleased to hear those words. Those are music to my ears as a Laker fan. We haven't had a coach that can hold everybody accountable and hopefully play the right rotations and everything. Also, it seems like LeBron James is on the same page with the front office as far as the coaching goes, because he was there. He was there at the press conference, obviously showing his support. And even, Coach Vogel mentioned how him and LeBron were on the phone after it happened. And it was very positive conversation. So that's all good to hear. And, there were some positives for sure, as well as, of course, an anonymous Laker fan sending me this box that I'm about to open and reveal what it is. So thank you guys for that. P.O. Box information will be posted after the video if you guys want to send anything and share with the channel. So we'll see what that is in a little bit. But what do you guys think? Are you guys upset at Magic still? Personally, me, I had a feeling it had to do with them pushing him out the door. I mean, can you really blame a man who quits a job when he's not allowed to do his job? I can't, because all it is he was like the mascot of the team. They were gonna blame him for everything, right? He was the face, but nobody really gave him credit for landing LeBron. People said, "Oh, LeBron was coming regardless." Nobody gives him credit for anything good he did. Drafting Kuzma. They only blame him for trading D'Angelo. They don't give him credit for clearing up cap space. All the good stuff. And that's exactly what Magic didn't want. He didn't want to take the blame for what other people are doing, like keeping Luke Walton for this long. And then, of course, he doesn't get enough of the praise. So he said, "You know what? I'm out." And I don't blame him. What do you guys think? I'll head over to the comment section now. Read a couple of you guys' comments. See what you guys think. Are you guys still upset at Magic? Do you guys think Rob is a snake? He said, "Rob, the professional all along. No wonder was Kobe's right hand for so long. Magic was restricting Rob's growth as a GM." Oh, my God. Magic out here in his emotions, so unprofessional. It's clear as day now. I can't stop your opinion, but if that is your opinion, man, I pray for you, man, because I hope that you get with the programs. Honestly, Rob is still employed, so obviously he needs to stay professional. Magic is not. Magic can now voice his opinion. He's not going to get hit with tampering, none of that. So I'm on Magic's side, but I do support Rob simply because he is currently he's basically the GM, He said, "Magic did a good job, and if Rob wasn't there, we'd be fine this summer." I agree, Terrell. You know what? Honestly, Rob in my book, he was just hired to crunch the numbers. Remember, Magic didn't even hire Rob. He was just paired with him. So he wasn't even Magic Johnson's choice. And it's sad that, Magic was led to believe he was going to be able to do his job, and people just were stepping all over him. So that's pretty sad to me. You don't treat Laker legends like that. You don't treat Laker legends like that, especially with high basketball IQ. Julian says, "Getting Magic wasn't a good thing. Sorry." Well, I mean, getting Kurt Rambis was a good thing. What about Linda? How about that? Right? I think it's funny how everybody is so quick to criticize Magic, but what about the moves that are being made right now? I'm with Magic. That's right, Renee. I'm right there with you. All respect to Magic. Rob would have gotten us LeBron. Rob wouldn't have gotten us LeBron. Absolutely not, Vern. And if you guys know any better, you know that Rob is not respected around the league. There's a reason for that. LeVar is true talk 100%. Yeah, LeVar says what he says, but I don't like how he trashes Laker teammates. Now, that is not acceptable. Magic is the real deal. Summer will be tough, but this had to be exposed. And honestly, to me, this doesn't really impact free agency, because who do you guys think is going to be the ultimate recruiter for the Lakers if we were even going to land a free agent? It was going to have to be LeBron, because nobody respects Rob. Jeannie doesn't really know anything about basketball, to be honest with you. No disrespect to her, with all due respect. But, who Kurt Rambis, the role player from the Lakers 80s team? Nah, man, nobody respects that. You needed a big name like Magic to recruit. And since he stepped down, I've been worried ever since. I said, I don't know how I feel about free agency no more. But if LeBron can pull it off and recruit at least one person, I'd be very pleased with him. To me, it's all going to fall on LeBron's shoulders now about recruiting. We need to keep Ingram. Dan, did you see Magic's comments about him? Absolutely. And we've all been saying this on this channel. Ingram is a must keep. Absolutely. He has so much potential. He probably has the most potential. Him and Lonzo are up there. Kuzma as well. But I think Ingram is just 6'10", ball handling abilities, mid-range dead-eye killer, could post you up, lockdown defender. If he adds a consistent three and an off-the-dribble shot, he's going to be unstoppable. James Caldwell said, "I'm with Magic, Dan. He came and cleared the air and spoke the truth." Absolutely. And that's all. Look, you can't expect to trash a man like Magic Johnson like everybody did when he quit. Everybody trashed him, from sports outlets, media outlets, to fans on Twitter, and then him not to have a say in it. I mean, nobody cut his tongue off. So last I checked, it's a free country. He spoke the truth from the heart, and that's one thing I've always appreciated from him. He's never beat around the bush. Magic Johnson is straight up 100% real dude, and I'm glad he was able to clear the air. Nobody should really be upset at him. You want to be upset at somebody? Be upset at Jeannie for not letting him do his job. Be upset with Rob Pelinka for going behind his back and backstabbing him and making him feel uncomfortable. None of this would be happening if that didn't happen. We should have been fired Luke. We can all agree on that. Now it looks like we finally got a competent head coach. Well, again, if you guys saw the press conference, I loved everything he said. I love his confidence, how positive he is about everything. And it looks like we're going to be in good hands as far as coaching goes now. The only questionable thing about him is going to be his rotations. And let's see how, when the season starts, if he gives the right players the right minutes at the right time. So that's the biggest question mark I have on him. Everything else, pretty much he checks all my other boxes. Experience, check. Player development, check. Very passionate head coach. Check. I'll take it. Jameson Mesa, thanks for the donation, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. He said, Dan, I'm going to read this one in Spanish and translate. He said, Dan, ¿qué van a reclutar es LeBron y atrás de cámara va a ser LeBron y Magic verás? He's telling me that he believes Magic and LeBron will be recruiting behind the scenes, when the cameras are off and all that. So I wouldn't be shocked. Honestly, I seen this comment on Twitter. I forgot by who it was, so sorry, I can't give you the credit. But they said, all we need to do is have Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, and LeBron James in the same room with a free agent, and it's a done deal. I mean, I agree. We have more than enough big-time names who can inspire free agents to join the Lakers. But at this point, I think free agents already know where they're going. It could either be Kawhi, it could be Kyrie. I don't think it takes that long for free agents to decide. Now, can they be swayed to go somewhere else? Maybe. But yeah, we do have plenty of big names, Laker legends, James Worthy, guys like that you could put in a room that are basketball savants and can eventually, maybe awe and ooh a free agent. It's a shame we don't have a president of basketball ops or a good GM to be able to be there as well. But we'll see what happens this summer. Either way, we have the 4th pick, which is good moving forward. We have, it seems to be like a good basketball coach moving forward and a lot of great young talent along to go with LeBron. So we're still in good prime position to try to bounce back and become a pretty good team this season. So let's hope for the best, man. I'm behind Rob as long as he's a Laker GM, but I'm be honest with you. I really don't like him after what he did, but I still support him because he is the Lakers GM. Absolutely. Free Dome, thanks for the donation, bro. He said, Magic really sabotaged the Lakers in regards to free agency, running his mouth about the Lakers. Is he friends or foes to us? He's definitely friends, man. Honestly, it's only fair to him. Think about how everybody trashed him and called him a quitter and all that. If you're not able to do your job, anybody who's worked in major corporations or big-time companies knows that if there's always favoritism and you're not able to do your job and you've been loyal to the company and you're putting in work, but nobody ever, gives you the credit you deserve or lets you do your job properly, you're going to quit. And it doesn't mean you're a quitter. It just means that company didn't value your services and was just using you. And that's what it's like the pyramid schemes. They just use the people at the bottom and they're at the top and you never really get up to the top. So I understand why Magic quit and, I support him for it. He came out and voiced his opinion. You know what? He did us a favor because a lot of people still believed in this front office. And honestly, if you believe in this front office after what they did today, then that's up to you. But I think the best thing we have going for us is LeBron James. If we didn't have LeBron, we wouldn't have any free agency hope. So thank God for LeBron, and I think he's going to recruit us somebody. I hope for it. Alfonso, he said, thanks for the donation, bro. He said, we can't trade Zoe. Need him with Kawhi and Kyrie. I'll tell you what, Alfonso, I've been hearing rumors, and I'm glad you brought this up. I've been hearing rumors about a potential trade that includes Lonzo to the Chicago Bulls for the 7th pick, and we're going to include that pick with our 4th overall pick plus some young assets to the Pelicans for Anthony Davis. If that's true and we can at least keep one of those assets, I'd be okay with that. However, if it's just a straight up trade for the 7th pick, there's nobody I want at 7 that can replace Lonzo's production. I would only trade Lonzo for a top 3 pick potentially. But I think they brought in Jason Kidd because they want him to take Lonzo under his wing, take guys like Brandon who can handle the ball. They're big guards. And that's the reason I feel they brought in Jason Kidd. We'll see how that develops. Frank Vogel is good at developing young talent as well. So Jameson Mesa, thanks, brother. I appreciate you. He said, so happy for Magic was able to clear the air of all those back channel rumors. Yeah. I mean, Magic just did what was fair to him. It's funny to me because everybody who's criticizing Magic, nobody was criticizing the people that went on strike the other day at Staples Center. That's not a good look for us either. If you think about it for free agency, right? Oh, they're going on strike versus their front office. That means they're dysfunctional, obviously. But free agents have a stronger mind than that. They're not like us fans who think everything is going to jeopardize their chance of coming to the team. Look, free agents know that we have a bright future. Regardless of whoever's in the front office, we still have LeBron. The only reason I can see them not coming is if they're jealous of LeBron and they want to overshadow his legacy or whatever. They're like KD. But Kawhi, if he wants to win, look, if he gets run out of the 3rd round of the playoffs by the Milwaukee Bucks, even though they won their first game yesterday, then he might want to join up with a powerhouse team. And if you join LeBron Ain't nobody standing in your way, Kawhi. So if he really wants to come here and do work, then that'll be up to him. But then again, if he just wants to clout and he just wants to run his own franchise and really not win anything, just collect checks and look good, then go to the Clippers, right? You're going to collect checks and look like you're running your own team. That's all I'm saying. He said, you were criticizing Magic, though. Sure, I was criticizing him. I wasn't happy that he quit right before free agency, but I understand why he did it now. And I even said it back then, even when I criticized him, I said, I'm not going to trash him because he's still a Laker legend. And I believe there's more to it than meets the eye. And sure enough, look. He said, Dan, you're right about Tatum being overrated. Yeah, a lot of people, they tend to buy hype to players that have great rookie seasons. I myself have been guilty of that, right, with Donovan Mitchell. But they're still great players. But you can never base a whole player's career, like who's going to be better than who, based off of one season. We've seen it many times before. Blake Griffin had a great rookie year. Steph Curry didn't. And Curry ends up being, of course, a way better player. Or James Harden, right? So everybody has their own timeline. And I just love young talent, man. We shouldn't really either put all our chips on one side of the deck or the other. We shouldn't say, oh, proclaim this young player a superstar as rookie season or a bust, because they could develop, get better or get worse or stay the same. So again, everybody has a different timeline. Free Dome, I appreciate it, bro. He said Magic betrayed the Lakers organization today with the interview. He should have kept that in-house. Well, I see what you're saying. I wouldn't call it betrayal because they had seen this coming, but they also did it to him, man. They betrayed him. They betrayed his trust. They pretty much tarnished his legacy. Now when if an opportunity ever arises for Magic to have a job with the Lakers, people are going to say no. Then they're going to remember what happened last time that he quit. But again, they tarnished his legacy as well. So it goes both ways. Honestly, the front office didn't have a good reputation, though, before Magic came on today. People are acting like, Rob Pelinka and Jeannie, had a great reputation around the league. They don't. Jeannie has a reputation, if you listen to people around that know basketball, that she surrounds herself with the wrong people. People aren't looking at her like she's too smart, having Linda Rambis and Kurt advisor. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. It's not like we had the greatest reputation already. He had a little more fuel to the fire, but can you blame him? They try to tarnish his legacy, man. They try to pretty much throw him under the bus with no explanation. Nobody spoke out for him. Nobody came out and said, you know what, we apologize that we made Magic quit. We should have handled the situation better and gave him his full power that we promised him. Nobody said that, right? So they let him take the fall. He's not going to cover for them. He said, Alvin Gentry reportedly loves the Lakers' young players and loves the idea of having Lonzo run the floor with Zion, B.I., and Kuz. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with all that stuff, guys. But there were some positives today. Again, I really loved what Frank Vogel said in his press conference today. If you guys didn't see it, go ahead and check that out. It should be out on YouTube in a little bit if it's not already there. I do like the fact that we have that fourth pick and a lot of flexibility, and that everything came to light. So now we know who to blame exactly if things don't work out moving forward. So that's all good. The spotlight is on the right people now. They try to put it on Magic and make it look like he was the problem, and he said, nope. I'm not going to be here taking the blame for this. So can I blame him for it? No. But it is what it is at this point. But the Lakers moving forward, we have a lot of options. What are we going to do with that fourth overall pick? Are we going to trade it? Are we going to draft a player? There's Jared Culver. He's growing more and more on me. The more film I watch, the more games I've watched, he's growing on me, man. So I like Jared Culver because of his size, athleticism, and his ability to shoot off the dribble. I like it. I like this kid. Some people even compare him to Jimmy Butler. Again, I like Garland. I like Darius Garland a lot. I think he has the ability, if he comes back healthy, to become an elite guard in this league. So I think there's a lot more depth than what the media is making it out to be. So yeah, I'm very positive about a lot of stuff. If we trade the pick, we got to make sure we get the right value, which is a star in return in a package, right? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. What about Bobo? I wouldn't gamble on Bobo with a top 4 pick simply because, he's slotted to be a top 10 player. I do like his size and all that, but if we like him that much, then we'll trade up to get him, right? We'll potentially maybe send out Josh Hart and something else to get the 10th pick. I don't know. But Yeah, I wouldn't take them this low. Absolutely not. The 4 players I mentioned in my previous videos of the top 4 picks we should draft, those are the 4 players I'm considering with that 4th pick. Even till today, nothing has changed. So, but that's just me. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna direct you guys' attention over here. Just received this package from an anonymous person that did not want to be named. So thank you so much. I appreciate this. The last time I got a package, it was Laker flag. So I appreciate anything Laker related. If you guys want to send me letters, anything. My P.O. box is 1803 Colton, California, 92324. So if you guys want to send anything, share it with the stream. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So right now I'm going to open it, guys, and let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in here, man. Let's switch over from the negative talk and let's go to some positivity, man. I think the Lakers are going to be fine, but I want them to be more than fine. I want them to, honestly, I want them to be an elite team in this league again, because watching great playoff basketball makes you miss the Lakers even more. So, you know, crazy times to be a Laker fan, but hey, we're going to ride through it. And I appreciate you all, you guys, for sticking with me on this channel. Wow. Right off the bat, look what's in here, guys. We got a dope, looks like a Laker. Whoa, that's pretty dope. Check it out. It has the gold trim on the bottom. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the love. Looks like, well, what do we have here? Let's see. Wow. Sweet. They even send a letter. I appreciate that. Look, limited edition. So thank you so much for the hat. I'll definitely be rocking this with gold trim on the bottom. So that's fire right there. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. Gold lettering and everything. That's really dope. And it's a snapback too. So you can wear any size you want. Thank you so much. I appreciate the gift. You know, you guys didn't have to do that. Or I'm sorry, you didn't have to do that, but I'll be rocking it. But yeah, guys, moving forward with the Lakers, man. We got to stay optimistic because there's a lot. There's a lot out here that that's pretty cool. I'll read this later in private, so that's pretty cool. But there's a lot that the Lakers have to work on. Obviously, the front office, you know, they messed up. If they weren't going to let Magic Johnson run the team, if they weren't going to let Magic do his thing, man, they should have not never hired him, you know. So, you know, it's unfortunate that we have to go through all this as Laker fans. I feel more for us Laker fans who we've been praying for something positive to happen. And it's a shame that it didn't happen. All season long, we went through nothing but negativity, injuries. We went through trade rumors. We went through, you know, poor coaching. We went through all this stuff we went through, even in the offseason, and we still don't have one positive thing. But you know what? I have a feeling things are about to turn around. Hopefully in free agency, we land something really, really cool. You know, it'd be great to land Kyrie. I'm all for it. Kawhi would be even better. KD, I'd be happy with. You know, it just depends who's open to taking on the challenge of being a Laker, because it is a challenge. It's an honor. It's a pleasure, but it's a challenge because you see what kind of scrutiny we go through when we don't succeed. So, you know, again, thanks so much for the hat. I appreciate it. It's going to wrap it up for me, guys. You know, I'll be on. Anything breaks, anything crazy, make sure to join my podcast tomorrow morning. It should air by 12. Go ahead and send your Twitter questions, hashtag City of Angels. You guys want them answered live on the stream. But I'll take a couple more questions before I get off right now. Again, thanks so much for the hat. This thing is dope. Look at it. Gold trim on the bottom. And even has the gold little pin right here on the top. So I've never seen a hat like this, honestly. So thank you so much again. He said, free Rob Pelinka. Oh, my God. We got some Rob fans in the house. He called him Shaggy P. I seen that, man. Hey, Dan, only thing Luke supporters are hating on? Magic. Well, I mean, there shouldn't be any Luke supporters. He never accomplished anything in his career. I mean, let's be honest. He was a role player when he was with the Lakers during our championship run. And he was, you know, a poor basketball coach, to say the least. So, Genie sell the team and Magic to Magic and Kobe. Sincerely, Laker Nation. Honestly, man, I just want them to succeed. That's all. Whatever happens moving forward, yeah, if they sell the team, then so be it. But if they keep it, please make sure you have the right basketball minds around you and make the right decisions. She said, Dan, looking so fresh in your new hat. Thank you so much again. Shout out to the anonymous person that sent it. I would have gave you credit, but you asked me to keep it anonymous. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love hats too, by the way. So anything Laker gear, man. If you guys ever want to send anything, it don't even have to be materialistic stuff, though. To be honest, you guys just want to share a story, anything you want me to read in public. I mean, you send the letters, anything. I'll post the PO box in the comment section right after the video. So, Dan, who's the worst analyst, Stephen A. or Chris Broussard? I prefer Stephen A. Stephen A. keeps it super emotional, but he tries to keep it 100. So I prefer Stephen A. Chris Broussard says some crazy stuff sometimes that I can't get behind Chris like that. I can't. Let's draft DeAndre Hunter or Darius Garland. DeAndre Hunter is like my third or fourth option, man. Honestly, I'm leaning more towards Cam Reddish now because we need somebody who could consistently stretch the floor. And I know DeAndre Hunter is a good, catch and shoot guy, but can he really create for himself? I think Cam Reddish will be better prospect, playing in the open spaces in the NBA, honestly. And I just think, honestly, DeAndre Hunter had a good run in the tournament. Those players can be tricky because you guys remember some players that have good runs like Shabazz Napier and Derek Williams never really amount to anything. I'll take somebody who's projected to go higher earlier in their career, and just somebody like Cam who played behind two other star players who didn't really have a chance to shine, or even somebody like I said, Darius Garland with all that potential, and Jared Culver, who's my new favorite to get drafted. So I don't think they suck, man. I think honestly they're better fit for the NBA game. I mean, Culver averaged 18 points per game and shooting from different sides of the field, man. He's a good all-around shooting guard, 6'6". Some people measure him at 6'8". So the bigger the better, and we can hope for more size and athleticism on the defensive end as well. Couple more questions, guys, before I get off, man. I know I haven't streamed in a while, but I've been hitting you guys with the City of Angels talk and a couple of other content on here. So keep it locked right here. All things Lakers. Let's see what happens come draft day. June 20th. I will be live with my live reactions during the draft. So join me for then. But I will be bringing content in between that date from now till then. So why do we need another point guard? Because it's a positionless league. You draft for talent. You don't draft because he's a point guard. You draft because you can also slide Lonzo to shooting guard, and Lonzo could hold the ball, bring it up, and then Garland can spot up for threes. This positionless basketball, So you have to do a podcast about this interview. Oh, definitely, man. We'll be touching on it tomorrow for sure. Trust me. Just make sure to tune in. And if you guys have any questions, again, send them on my Twitter. Just put the hashtag City of Angels. That way I make sure I read them. Trade our 4th and 7th Lonzo to the Bulls for AD. Trade our 4th and 7th Lonzo to the Bulls for AD. Yeah, I mean, if that's what it takes to get the deal done, then I'd do it. It's going to hurt to see Lonzo go, but it's going to feel great to see Anthony Davis come through. So, yeah, whatever's required to get this trade done, then I think we have to do it. But as long as we keep a young asset or two, we can't trade them all away. I wouldn't give the whole farm up. I really wouldn't. Would you sign Julius Randle again? He's going to demand more money than what we have. We definitely don't want to max him out. He's not a max player. He's going to look somewhere between 12 to 20 million a year. So we don't have that money for him. We have enough for one max contract, and we want to give it to a max player. The rest are going to be role players. Unless he takes a 1-year deal for like $5 million, tries to earn a bigger contract with us next year, then yeah, I'd definitely bring him back. But for the price he wants, no. He said, Dan, do you think Brad Stevens is an overrated head coach? I'm not really going to criticize the Celtics head coach because I don't really see them play too much this season. I don't really watch Celtic basketball. I stopped watching Kyrie when he went to the Celtics. So even though I was a big fan of Kyrie, I can't support Boston at all. Do I think he's overrated? Not really, because I never rated him high. Did other people do it? I don't know. But we'll see. Dan, what do you think of Kobe White? Kobe White is good, but he seems to me like he's going to turn out to be a role player. With the 4th pick, I want somebody who has the potential to be a all-star, maybe more, with high potential. That way, if you ever decide to trade it, then it'll have high value. If we keep it, then, of course, he'll hopefully pan out to be really good with us. Trade Kuz, the 4th round pick, and Beal. I'm sorry, for Beal or Zach? Not for Zach. For Zach LaVine, that's a steep price. Yeah, he had a good year, but let's not remember it was with the Bulls who sucked last season. Swaggy P had a good year with the sucky Lakers back when we had Mike D'Antoni. So sometimes, players shine on sucky teams, and then when you bring them onto a better team, and they don't perform the same. So I'm not saying I'm not sold on Zach. I'm a big fan. He's from UCLA and all that good stuff. But would I trade Kuz and the 4th pick? That's too much. I may give up one of those, preferably not Kuz. But, I wouldn't give up too much for Zach LaVine. I don't really consider him a consistent all-star. I'm a Bulls fan, and I pray he don't come here. He's so trash. I have no idea who you're talking about, but he must not be a Laker because none of the Lakers' young core are trash. I will be pissed if they let the main young pieces go. I understand that, Sharon, and I agree with you. I prefer to build through them than around them, right? Obviously, because our future will be a little bit more secure. However, I understand that we have to let go of 60% of them, 70% of them to add a superstar like Anthony Davis, right? So re-sign Russell, again, I wouldn't do it. They're going to demand too much money in the market. Then we don't have that money. We really don't. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining. And thank you so much to the anonymous person who sent this dope ass hat. I'll be definitely rocking this on my stream sometimes and out and about. Thank you. Anything you guys send, truly appreciate it. And much love to you guys for showing love to the channel. And make sure you subscribe if you already haven't. I keep you guys posted all things Lakers, man. Signing off from Laker City. Thank you guys again for joining. And let's see where this whole drama thing turns. Hopefully we get a positive spin on all of this. Hopefully something good comes out of it, because Laker fans have had it rough for the last 6 months or so, man, and we need some positivity. So please, hopefully things turn out the way we need them. With July 1st, rolling around the corner. Actually, now is June, right? June 30th coming around the corner. About a month and a half to go, month and 3/4 to go. And let's see what happens, guys. So thank you so much again for joining. And again, don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Much love, Laker Nation.